I got a call on Friday afternoon from our dispatch. There was a dog that was maybe alive, maybe dead, in a dumpster in Southeast. It was worse than I was expecting. She was still alive, kind of disoriented, kind of coming in and out of consciousness, sort of hitting her head against the inside wall of the dumpster, really disoriented, and just covered in flies, her face all bloody, covered in dirt. And then when I was trying to pull her out of the dumpster, I realized her whole body was still sealed up in the bag, and like her back legs were really tied up to her body, and it was wrapped in duct tape. So I don't think that she was going to be getting out of there on her own. It was enough that she had chewed a hole and stuck her head out so she could still breathe. And as soon as I put her down on the ground, I took the bag off her body, and she just looked at me and wagged her tail once, and I'm like, we got to go to the vet right now. And we raced over here, and they just started working on her right away.
She had about a 3-inch laceration above her right eye that was deep enough that it went down to the bone, and then just multiple bite wounds and puncture wounds around her head and neck. On Tuesday, when we revised her surgery, I believe we counted them, and there were about 15 to 20 bite wounds. So Dr. Murtaugh, who was the emergency vet that was here that night, stitched her up, and we started her on antibiotics and pain medication. But over the weekend, she spiked a fever, and her wound started draining some purulent discharge. So on Tuesday, we took her back to surgery and just removed a very large amount of dead tissue from her face. It's going to be a long process. Right now she's getting daily bandage changes and aggressive management of her wounds.
It's the first time I've ever seen a live dog wrapped in plastic. I'm sure it's not the first time that it's ever happened, but it's the first time that I've ever seen. She was definitely attacked by a dog. I think the doctors have all agreed that these are dog bite wounds. They were thinking that the major injury above her right eye was possibly blunt force trauma. So whether it was that she was involved in a felony dogfight and then was beat in the head to either separate them or as punishment for losing, we just don't know. And whether it was a dogfight or not, causing this sort of harm could also be a felony. So it seemed pretty clear they were trying to dispose of evidence. We still just need some help from the community. We're still just hoping to hear from people who might be able to give us any information that could point us in the direction of the people that are responsible, because without the community, we don't know anything. You can go to our website, or you can call and make a donation to Sophie's Fund, and you can specify that that's for Trooper. It would be great if we could rehabilitate her and put her into a new home. That would be very exciting. I have seen her every day. I've been coming by here to see her. The first day that I brought her in, she was just a mess. I mean, she was just all cut up. That flap over her eye was just hanging open, and it was pretty bad. I think it's been slowly getting better, and I think she's about as bright as she's been today. She's as responsive as she's been, and she's still on pain medication, so she's still probably a little bit dull from that, but she's brighter than I've seen her.
What is it? Did you convince him? Where'd it come from?